welcome back to the channel. It's nice to see. I was just about to put up the scrolling banner along the bottom of the screen, and then I realised it still says Chelsea versus Celtic. It's been that long since we've done a watch-along, and what a very weird time of year to be doing a watch-along. I don't need these on right now. It's Sligo Rovers against Celtic tonight in a friendly, not a pre-season friendly, which is usually the point in time where we have friendlies. Instead is a mid-season friendly for Celtic. One that I feel like a lot of people actually don't know that it's happening, to be quite honest. Of course, with the international break being the international break, and there not typically being a lot to talk about or a lot of content to put out there, which is fun or engaging, this was a golden opportunity tonight for me to put something out that was, fun and engaging. A watch on, because I know some of you guys, not all of you of course, but some of you guys really enjoy the watch-along streams, and you ask me to do them more often whenever I can. I've always been quite firm on my appraisal of watch-alongs. I'm not a fan of the concept. I don't like doing them, but for friendlies, when it doesn't matter, I'll happily shove one on. So, just like we are doing tonight, and playing in this friendly, then that means Ryan 118 is doing his watch-along, quite frankly. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. It's nice to see you piling into the chat right now. 118 118 live viewers. Wow. Tremendous, absolutely incredible. Nice to see you all tuning in. Alan, Dylan, Craig, Brooklyn, Richard, Mackenzie, Ben, nice to see you. I will get to your questions in a minute, because one of the questions is who's playing tonight. Some people don't even know this game's on. Well, I'm here for the next 90 minutes, actually longer than that, I should say. Who's playing in the team? Well, let me show you who's playing in the team, because we are 4 minutes away from kickoff, by the way. I'll probably be behind on the stream. It's not that serious a game anyway. It's a bloody friendly, so it's not like we're overly fussed. But if you do want to see the team, then here it is as follows on screen. The starting 11 for tonight's game against Sligo Rovers. As expected, a lot of run-outs for some B-team players, and players who may be lacking the match sharpness that they would like so far this season, not getting that 90 minutes that they would like here and there, for the likes of McCowan, the likes of Yang, the likes of Bally. A bit of a sore head, this lineup, but Bain, Palmer, Bally, Yang, McCowan, Navrovsky, Lenny Agberry, Stephen Welsh, Bonner, Dobby, and young Francis Turley. Yes, till he's 45 years of age, I will be referring to him as young Francis Turley. Doesn't matter what age he is. This is the Celtic team that they have gone for this evening. So yeah, it's going to be a run out. I think very important run outs for a couple of players. I think the likes of Alex Valley, who's been probably dying to play 90 minutes, is getting a good opportunity here. I think Luke McCowan's got a good opportunity to get 90 minutes under his belt as a Celtic player as well. Guys like Navrovsky, who've been given very little time in a Celtic shirt, a chance for him to maybe go out and show how, well, listen, you're giving Austin Trusty minutes, maybe I should get some minutes. So yeah, and then obviously some of the younger guys who we don't get to see unless you watch the B team on a regular basis. Yeah, we'll just have some fun watching. As I said, it's a pretty standard procedure tonight. It's not as if it's a game that is going to be life or death for Celtic or for any of the players. People asking what the actual lineup itself looks like in terms of where people are playing and all the rest of it. Listen, we'll be playing 4-3-3, and that's that. And Palma will be leading the line for us, by the looks of it. I think he is. Actually, it might be on the left wing, but I thought he was maybe playing up front. Anyway, we'll see as the game unfolds where people are playing. The teams are ready to emerge from the tunnel, so I'm going to try and get my stream on a full screen for myself, so I'm not watching in a wee tiny toty screen. I want to get your questions throughout the stream tonight. We're going to probably cover a range of different topics. Oh god, there we go. There's the ads popping up. Great. I just want to turn the volume down a bit, Hen. That's all. Just a tad. There we go. I'm in full screen. I don't want to press anything too much. So yeah, it's nice to see you. Well, as I said, we'll try and cover a different range of topics throughout this as the teams make their way onto the park. We'll obviously observe some of the performers in this game, some of the players in this game, their performances. Brendan Rodgers, of course, there. It's still a big game for him. Some players away in international duty, but we're going to have a laugh. You know, we're going to have a laugh, aren't we? I see your man Alan Beattie is having a totally normal one tonight. How's the divorce going, Alan? That's how I ask. You're spending your evening in a Celtic live stream as a Rangers supporter. It's 7:30. Prime time telly's on, mate. Prime time telly. Get a life. Settle the divorce. There we go. Hopefully that'll remove the user. So yeah, the teams are just getting their way onto the park and such just now. I want to have some of your some of your points and some of your questions. Seb saying, hail, hail, Ryan. Interesting stats. Sligo Rovers was Seamus Coleman's first professional club. Fantastic. I don't know an awful lot about Sligo. Their team is just been put on screen. I don't recognise any of them. There's a Barlow, you know. I don't know if they're related to Ken or Deirdre, but there's a Barlow in there. I'm not going to lie and say I'm familiar with any of the players, though. No Seamus Coleman in there tonight, sadly, Seb. What channel's on? It's on Celtic TV if you want to watch it. I can't provide any other way to watching the game that is perfectly legal other than Celtic TV. If you're in Ireland, you could probably watch it on Sligo Rovers TV or whatever it's called over there. I don't know. I don't know what Sligo Rovers fan television is called, but you know, you could probably watch it on that. The coin toss underway, so kickoff will be with us in a couple of moments. It's probably kicked off in real time, in real life. Was Kenny there? Anyway. Stick some Corey on Alan's son, absolutely. That's what you want. A wee bit of Corey. I'd rather be watching Corey than this, to be quite honest. I'm going to have to make this as entertaining as possible this next 90 minutes. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. So, yeah, a number of B-team players out there for Celtic tonight. It looks as though the front three is Yang, Palma and Dobby. On the bench, we have a lot of B-team players. The bench is made up of Morrison, Rice, Robertson, Bontig, McCardle, Dargy, Davidson, Cannon, Haddle, and Izaguzo. So, yeah, not many household names on that bench this evening, you know. But it's nice to see a run out for some of these players, and obviously it's valuable time for some of the B-team players to be out there and maybe get a closer look at what it's maybe like to play under Brendan Rodgers, because of playing under the B team, they're playing under, you know, different coaches, and here they'll be playing under Rodgers, listen to his instructions. So, you know, these are always, they always mean something. You know, might not mean much for us as supporters, these friendly games, and I'm sure there's a few Celtic fans over there tonight in Sligo, who'll be buzzing, you know, and whether they're from Sligo or they've travelled from here, they'll be buzzing with it tonight. But for the players especially, it's a really important one. So yeah. Got my fire stick today. Make it a debut to remember for me, Celtic. Don't out yourself, Declan. You're watching it legally on Celtic TV with your £50 a year subscription. Used to hate Corey, but it's grown on me. You know, listen, it's just not as good as it used to be. The days of Blanche and Deirdre, that was top tier telly. Yes, I'm old enough to remember Blanche and Deirdre. It's not the same without them. And we Norris Cole. We Norris. He's on our supporters' flag. He's on our Celtic flag. Norris and Chairman Mao. A weird one. It's up, Ryan. Nice to see a run out for some players. Absolutely, Jigs. This kick-off goes. The game is underway, so we'll have a bit of comical conversation and otherwise. But Sligo get the game underway here tonight. Watching the darts, listening to 118 commentary on the Celtic. I absolutely love it, Nathan. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, I should say. Can you say your favourite in your Rodgers impression? My favourite what, Brooklyn? I need to know my favourite what. I know, you know, we all joke about being obsessed and all the rest of it, but to be in a live stream for a friendly game against Sligo Rovers, spout your nonsense is, you know. Stephen Welsh is captain tonight as Celtic get their first taste of possession in the game, but Stephen Welsh has got the armband on. Alex Bally on the left-hand side with a lot of space. He does move it forward. Luis Palma with an opportunity tonight to maybe silence some doubters. We'll see how that goes. Oh, the cameraman's having a mare there. What's he doing? Jesus. How many police officers do you think break that law? A lot. Simply put, a lot. One of my closest friends. And listen, I'm not saying he's one of them because he's absolutely not. One of my closest friends is actually training in that line of work. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he would be able to confirm that. Welsh captain shambles. It's not that big a deal, is it? Who else would be captain on that pitch tonight? You know? It's definitely going to be. It's not on the UK Celtic TV, right? I thought it was. I thought it was available to all subscribers, this game. Anyway, if it's not, then unlucky. My favourite player in the Rodgers voice, that's what you wanted. You know, I must admit, I've always been a favourite of wee Callum McGregor. You know, beautiful human being and a great captain, great player. And, you know, he's fantastic, you know. Fantastic looking player, fantastic player. How am I watching the game, Ryan? I'm watching it on my Celtic TV. Yeah, I'm watching it perfectly fine. Yeah. Absolutely. Sligo have the ball. Not been much of an opening 2 minutes here tonight. Stop trying to out me. I'm watching it legally. You know? You see, when you're part of the Celtic fan mediascape, you know, you get links. You get ways to watch it, you know. What minute am I on? It's just about to tip over to 2:20 for me. Sligo try to play a long diagonal. It's actually worked out. No. Oh, wow. A wee bit of silky football on that right-hand side of the park for Sligo Rovers. They look to try and get in, but it's intercepted by Luke McCowan, who is once again looking sharp this evening, looking like he's ready to be off his mark. People saying Luke McCowan should be captain tonight. I think that would be a bit premature. I think it would be quite offensive to the likes of Stephen Welsh, to be honest. And listen, not that, you know me, I'm not a big Stephen Welsh fan, but for somebody who's been at the club 5 minutes to be captain, you know, it's a friendly. You know what I mean? Who the fuck cares? It's a fucking friendly. You know what I mean? First time in the stream tonight. Is this an often thing with the buns? Couldn't hack it. No, actually, it's not. Palma already attention seeking, says Ricos. Nice to see you, Ricos. It's always a fucking pleasure. Listen, get half an hour before he's celebrating with his top off. Why always me? I can see it. It's coming. I'm telling you. Sligo Rovers enter the box, going forward. And Mike Nawrocki defending pretty well and sees it out for a Scott Bain goal kick. Let's get some of your questions. Right, my man, been looking forward to this, have you? God, I appreciate that, because I've no. Got a lot of comments flying in. If he wasn't on loan, Johnny Kenny start up front. I don't think it matters in a friendly. I think he could. I completely forgot he was even here, to be honest. I forgot he's a Celtic player. Not to be rude or anything like that, but I completely forgot that he actually did play for the club. So, you know, and I don't think he will for much longer when he returns, to be quite honest. Pre-season games are always great. Japan tour was a good piss take, and the US tour was a perfect run. Back to Oz next season, maybe. I like the wee tours, you know, and you know, I think those wee tours are good for a number of reasons, but it just offers something different. The excitement of the team getting to see fans overseas is always great, I think, and it's great for the overseas fans, because I know a lot of fans who live in, you know, America, Australia, whatever, and they yearn for the games, and give them those opportunities, because, you know, don't get it the rest of the years, you know what I mean. Alex Bailey hat-trick is taking their time here to take this goal kick. If Palma doesn't play well, do you end it? I don't know, I think that's a bit extreme. Score predictions, and I love your commentary as Derek Ray. As Derek. Hello and welcome to the Westfalenstadion here in Dortmund, Germany. What happened to Vin? No Viljami Sinsalo tonight, yeah? No Sinsalo. I tell you what, Sligo start this game. Oh, here we go. It's Luis Palma. Luis Palma is encroaching the area, sends a ball in a cross goal, but doesn't quite find the marker, and it does go out for a goal kick. Luis Palma did look sharp enough there to get going, but his cross was piss poor, to be quite honest. Great day for the Maniacs. It is indeed. What a day to be a Maniac. If Palma scores, we riot and Tridey. Are you trying Tridey and riot? Is that what you're saying? Sus. If Palma scores, we do. I mean, there you go. Look, he goes for the. You know what? Right, I'm not going to just. I don't want to just, you know, pick on Palma throughout this game, right? But why the fuck did he do that there? Why did he try and get all fancy and send it in with the outside of his boot? Like, he's so one-footed, it's unbelievable. It's crazy. Anyway, thoughts of the Scotland squad, Pish? Sinsalo is on international duties, of course. Yes. Sorry, ladies and gents. Sorry. Thanks, Ellen. Thanks. Yep. Yeah, of course. You forget, it's weird because I forget that he's from Finland, which isn't exactly a country blessed with a lot of options. You know what I mean? And even if it's at unders level or whatever, or senior level, you know, they aren't blessed with a lot of options. And because he doesn't play for Celtic, you automatically assume that he's not playing internationally, but he is playing internationally because Finland hardly have a huge group of players. Can you give us the RB Leipzig pronunciation? The Rasenballsport Leipzig, yeah. Sorry, this is just a piss take here stream, this, isn't it? Fucking hell, mere impressions and football commentary. Yeah, Finland #1. Yeah, so good luck to him. I hope he plays well for Finland, and the Baniacs are getting their wet dream tonight. It's nuts, because that's two of our goalkeepers who are, you know, #1s for their countries, Denmark and Finland. I can't believe that Schmeichel's still doing it internationally. Like, I would have chucked it long ago, but fair enough. Johnny Kenny should have got his chance this season. I think a boy could do a job for us. I mean, maybe, but I mean, I don't know if there's... Yeah. I don't know what else to say it. Right, thoughts on McCowan getting a start in the next few games. Maybe not the Aberdeen game. He's looking good, to be honest. Yeah, listen, we've got a busy 7 games coming up. And I think in those next 7 games, there is a couple of them where I think that you can make a very compelling case for him to start. One of them maybe being the Dundee game at home, but they are games where we need to prioritise playing our strongest team. Having the likes of the Leipzig game, the Atalanta game, Aberdeen twice, that makes up 4 of the 7. And then there are a couple of tough away games in there. So I would love to see him get starts, but at the same time, we've obviously got to prioritise playing our best teams to make sure we're getting 3 points all the time. Anyway, it's been a bit of a non-event the opening 8 minutes of this game, so I'm just firing through as many questions and points as possible and see what we could get through. Did you forget your team? Haha, fucking hell. Ban. Nice. Banned a few people tonight. Why sadder folk? What fucking virgins are in this chat? That's 3 of them that have popped in to give it the whole fucking patter. Get a fucking life. Doesn't usually bother me, but it's a Tuesday night and a Wednesday night and a pre-season friendly. Oh, goal! It's a 1-0 Celtic. Luis Palma gives Celtic the lead. Where are you, Ricos? Get yourself in here, lad. It's 1-0 to Celtic. And it's Luis Palma who gets on the end of the cross. What a noise from the stadium, by the way. Christ, you couldn't shut them up. Fucking loud as fuck in there. I'm joking, by the way. I'm sarcastic if you can't tell. Sligo 0, Celtic 1. Came a little bit from nowhere there. So you look at the ball here on the right-hand side, and it's a ball sent over by Yang, I believe, which was met by, I think it's Dobby at first. Yep, it's met by Dobby, but he miskicks it. And due to Dobby miskicking it, it comes right to the foot of Luis Palma, who has nothing but net to shoot into. I'm honestly surprised he's not missed it, to be quite honest. But Luis Palma scores. Let's use that as the vault to bigger things, Luis Palma. I'm waiting for Ricos to arrive to let me know how he's feeling. He said he'd dry it. Here we go, Palma again, by the way, sends a great ball in. That's great. Oh. Big save from a Sligo keeper, straight from kickoff. Essentially, Celtic win the ball back. They get straight up the park, and it's a fantastic cross from Luis Palma. It must be said. Sends it over on his left foot. It's met by the head of Yang, and it's a good save from the keeper. Yang tries to go low and hard with the header. He does everything right, but sadly, the keeper did have his near post covered, and it meant that Yang's header wasn't going to hit the back of the net. Anyway, coming up to the 10-minute mark, it's Sligo 0, Celtic 1. I've not updated the thing at the bottom of the screen, have I? Need to update that. I've got a lot of comments flying in. We'll try and get to them. But it's been a bit of a busy couple of minutes here in the game. But good to see Luis Palma get himself a goal. So if you've got anything, I'm not going to scroll back up the chat. So if I've missed anything you desperately want me to see, then please make sure to send it in. Keep Palma away from penalties if we get any. Remember that when he came in, we thought he was a new penalty taker. Good number 7, I think, Palma. Yeah. Let's see. Yang is utter pish. He was unlucky with a header. We're not getting too hang about that, are we? Tell Dylan I love him. Oh, that's nice. What is the Lovenkrands dog thing about? I wasn't on Twitter at this point. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day where I had to explain the Lovenkrands dog meme on a live stream. Essentially, years ago, somebody posted a photo of... I was losing my voice there. I think I'm coming under with a cold or something. I've got dead black eyes. I don't know what's happening to me. I think I'm dying. Anyway, somebody basically posted a photo saying... it was Lovenkrands posted a picture of his dog, and a Rangers fan retweeted it saying he was a great player at Rangers and hopefully... and I think there was something to do with his son in it or something like that, saying hopefully he can grow up to be like his old man and play for Rangers. But it was the picture of the dog that they used, and I said, yeah, you could put the maths together from there. It was fucking years ago. I can't even remember if I've got it right there. Who should be number 7? God knows. I don't care. To be quite honest. Dylan, hey, a member for 1 month. Is that like... Because you were a member at the start of this stream, weren't you? Is that... If you just hit the month mark live on air? I don't know if that's what's happened there, Dylan, but congratulations and welcome to, not welcome, or thank you for being part of the 118/Thunder Club for a full month. That's fantastic. But Sligo Rovers getting a little bit more possession at this point in the game, just trying to escape the half, and seems to be struggling. Celtic have the park well congested. They are going over the top though. Stephen Welsh struggling to defend here. Sligo have a big chance. Lenny Agberry and Stephen Welsh scrambling to get rid of the ball. And it finally was hooked up to the middle of the park. But Celtic look a little bit rocked, I must say. Alex Bally just trying to move the ball. Moves it across to Mike Nawrowski. Back to Bally on that left-hand side. It's out for a Celtic throw-in. Oh, I see the chat. Oh, ho. I've seen a lot of questions. I've seen a lot of points. We're going to have to come back to them in a minute because I think something's about to happen here in the game. Celtic dilly-dallying on the ball. Lewis Palmer gives it back to Nawrowski, who gets it to Scott Bain. Bain sends it out to Stephen Welsh. Back to Bain. Just a bit slowing the tempo right down. And they lose the ball in the middle of the park. That's poor from Celtic. Losing it in the middle. And Sligo carve out a chance. Oh, Scott Bain, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Scott Bain, bloody hell. Oh, good lord. Good lord, Scott Bain. Wow. Sligo won, Celtic won. Even the commentators are laughing at Scott Bain. No fucking wonder. You can clip that if you like. My good lord. We lost the ball in the middle of the park cheaply. Sligo then carve out somewhat of an opportunity off poor defending, but Scott Bain. Bloody hell. And do you know what the worst thing is, right? I feel like, do you remember when we played, I think it might have been Queen's Park in pre-season, and thank you to Aaron, who's been a member for 1 month, saying, Baniacs, sit down. Yeah, the Baniacs will want to see that one again. But I feel like we've seen Bain in a couple of friendlies, and he's made howlers like that, and he's been absolutely terrible, but then when he actually plays in a game that matters, he almost, like, he tries, you know what I mean? And he actually makes a couple of decent saves, but that's Cal the Dragon type stuff. Aye, Alistair, it's charity match stuff. That's like Artur Boric at 50 stone. He spilled the ball into the back of the net. He's getting it stinking in here. Couldn't catch a cold. Absolutely hopeless. Scott Bain classic, says Mike. Christ, he's getting it stinking. Of course, yeah, he's only in the squad for Europe. But wow. Celtic trying to go and get the lead again. Luke McCowan takes a shot from range. It's dipping, but dips over the bar. Luke McCowan on the left foot. And it wasn't too bad an effort from the Celtic midfielder, but not quite good enough. As we hit the 15-minute mark almost. Celtic trying to press Sligo high up the park here. Aye, 1-0. Scott Bain with an absolute fucking howler. Great, just what you love to see. Let's get back to some of the comments, shall we, as we wait for something else to happen in the game. Has scored 3 goals and got an assist in 8 appearances with Genk. Still think he wasn't given enough of a chance. He is undoubtedly the better suited player. Makes an impact off the bench. Is slow. I wish the absolute best with the rest of his career, and especially his imminent career at Genk. But he had to go for me. I don't think, it's all very well and good. People might say that he didn't have enough chances and such, but it wasn't working for him at Celtic, and it's as simple as that. So aye. Scott Bain, Mate asked me the other day why Bain isn't getting a game. Who's your mate? Stevie Wonder? Why is he asking if Bain doesn't get a game? Makes no sense. Yeah, Bain doesn't give a fuck. And rightly so. What a life he's got. I'm jealous of him. I'm absolutely jealous. How many corner kicks are there? I don't know. You betting? I'm not been keeping count. Nah, and I'm not starting out. Let's see. If my invites to join the Baniacs on Reddit came through, ignore it. Scotland the Brave saying, if Sligo have won the ball back. If I want you to be honest, Ryan, do you ever click on the other mobs podcasts for a cracking laugh and listen to some of it? A lot of fans from both sides pretend they don't. I love the. Honestly, whether you believe me or not, here I actually don't. I tell a lie. Sometimes I go and watch a certain one to watch. Not CG. Me and CG get along. There's one on here. The 118 Club will know. They know from the weekly lives. They know about the beef. Not the beef. They know who I like and don't like. But there's one in particular who I do enjoy watching cry. But I'll leave that up to your speculation. But I don't really. Honestly, I don't. I don't like watching stuff about football. I don't. I talk about it enough. So people might not believe me when I say that. But I genuinely don't enjoy watching things about football. Because I just, I spend all day talking about it. And, oh, Christ almighty, we've lost the ball in the middle of the park again. And I know it's coming here. Sligo looking to cut inside. It's poor defending from Yang. Scott Bain should be taken out back and shot. as criminal as it may sound, Scott Bain is having the worst game of goal since Cal the Dragon in the Sidemen Friendly. Scott Bain is an imposter of the decade here. What the fuck is going on? What is going on here? That is I don't care if it's a friendly. That's embarrassing from Scott Bain. I need to go and tell us to the group chat. Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? I know. Can I take that? Chrissy's made a great point. Sorry, there's a lot of comments coming in that I've not even got to get to here. It's Celtic 2-1 down to Sligo Rovers. Scott Bain conceding 2 goals, which are comical to say the least. But yeah, 2-1 Sligo in the game. It's only a friendly. It's not as if I care, but my goodness God, Scott Bain, whether you're trying or no, that's embarrassing. Absolutely fucking embarrassing. Scott Bain, get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. He's having a bark. That's harsh on Barcast, to be quite honest. But I need to go on that tier list and get him fucking moved. Jesus. And the commentators who aren't Celtic TV commentators that I'm listening to, by the way, they're the Irish Sligo commentators, I believe, trying to make excuses for Scott Bain, like, oh, he was expecting it to come off the grass or something. Fuck off. Anyway, Celtic do give him a wage. But listen, he's living the life. Took a dodgy bounce, don't blame the keeper. Away in pish. I'm not having it. I'm not having a dodgy bounce. It's terrible. I'm absolutely buzzing to win it bad blood, by the way. I'm not watching the game tonight. It sounds like Bain's having a howler. He is. He's having a fucking disgusting game. Sharp Div is great, to be fair. He is doing well as far as I understand. And I like CJ. Me and CJ get along. It's none of the two. When I said there's one that I enjoy watching cry, don't worry, it's none of the two. It's none of them. Me and Div done a podcast together for years. Of course it wouldn't be Div. Sligo need to start having digs from absolutely anywhere. Almost guaranteed to go. Oh my goodness, he nearly scored again. Sligo sent in a free kick. It was defended. I think it was Lenny Agberry who got on the end of it. But Sligo sent in an inviting cross from the left-hand side. He had a free kick on the left-hand side of the park. And I'm just going to watch it back here, tell you who got rid of it. It was sent in, and it wasn't Lenny Agberry. I actually can't quite catch who it was that got rid of it, but it was well defended. Ball sent in from the corner kick. It was a cross goal. Could have been a good chance. Sligo go for a volley from outside the area, and it's only a couple of inches wide. As Scott Bain looked like he was once again going to struggle to reach his side of the goal. But Sligo Rovers, all of the momentum sits with them at the minute. I know, Alistair. I'll need to find one of my old goalie tops. I mean, my belly will be hanging out. Don't get me wrong, but I'll need to go and find that. Nearly 3 for being high. Nearly a third one there. Are you a fan? I've just seen somebody ask me a fan of somebody. Bring back the wrestling channel. Keep your eyes open. There's a reason it's been lying dead for a couple of months. Because something might be happening. Not might be happening, something is happening. That's all I'll say on that for now. Actually, do you know what, probably it's coming back. Because I don't even know if it's a secret. I think Billy spoke about basically 118 Wrestling, right? I'll get this done because I know people aren't here to listen to me talk about my wrestling channel. We're 20 minutes into the game, by the way. It's still 2-1 to Sligo. For people who've been wanting me to go back to my wrestling channel and wondering where the wrestling content is, I am rebranding and binning 118 Wrestling because me and my good friend Billy Kirkwood are starting a wrestling channel / podcast together. Yay! And I'll need some opinions off you soon because we're struggling for a name and we've got a few that we need to have people vote on. So there you go. That's the update with what's happening with 118 Wrestling. It's fucking mad when I think about it because I used to go to ICW shows and like, ha, Billy's funny. And I'm doing a podcast with him. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, back to I mean, I don't necessarily care about what's happening in this game. It's a training session. It's mostly the B team that's out there. I don't care about the result. I don't care about the performance, really, to be honest. But what I do care about is Scott Bain looking like he would be better without limbs. You know, that would be great. Oh, it's a nice half moon in Sligo tonight. They're showing us that. The cameraman saw an opportunity and took it. Bain is looking like Barkas from Timu, absolutely. Yeah, of course, Toby Albayemi on loan at Dunfermline at this moment in time. No idea how he's been doing. I've not asked David. So need to say, I could be the next Butterbean. How offensive. Butterbean. Out of everybody, you pick bloody Butterbean. Jesus. I understand why we have Bain, but he cannot play a proper game for us year. But remember last year he came in the game after Joe Hart was suspended at Livingston, and he actually had a pretty good game. He stood in when he had to, and I think he stood in the cup as well for a game, if I remember rightly. I think he played twice last season. Both games he was okay, but maybe I'm making that up. But by the way, Sligo are about to make it free. Oh, Lenny Agberry, good defending, but Celtic struggling when it comes to defending the. And I think Sligo realise, and once again, they are playing against mostly B-team players, and players like Nawrowski, Welsh, who haven't really been playing football. But what I think Sligo seem to be finding here is a lot of success in running at our back line. So when they pick up the ball in the middle of the park, or when they pick it up in the wings, if they run and try and cut in, they're really putting the pressure under us, and we're backing off them almost and letting them encroach. And that seems to be what's happening. But yeah, aye. Here they go again. Once again, running at us, and it's working because they're on the edge of the area. And Sligo might have a pop here from range. Or they've sent out wide. Shoot for son. Oh, ball in. They're shouting for penalty. It's bounced to another Sligo player who's got the ball around the penalty box. But Celtic, it's a terrible clearance. He'll shoot from range. And it's off Alex Bally's arse. Oh my, Celtic under heavy pressure here. Sligo going back for more. What a ball from the Sligo. Oh, save from Scott Bay. What a goal that'd have been, by the way. Jesus. A brilliant football from Sligo, must be said. I'm impressed. Number 27, whoever you are, what a ball he played. So basically, Stephen Welsh and Mike Nawrowski look lost. The ball ricochets a number of times. Lenny Agberry does some decent defending, but the ball ricochets and ricochets and ricochets. And then the number 27 plays this beautiful pass with the outside of his boot, and it meets the Sligo striker, and Scott Bain has to make a big save. I'm surprised he's made a save, to be honest. Sligo's corner, it's presented another opportunity. A shot, Scott Bain saves again. Oh, wow. 2 saves from Scott Bain in the last couple of minutes. Sligo are looking good. Brendan Rodgers won't be happy with what he sees here. Sligo going once more. Lenny Agberry clears. Sligo going to let it go out for a corner kick. Oh, wow. This last 5 minutes has looked like, Borussia Dortmund playing this late. That Mali, his name is, plays a beautiful pass into the striker, I believe, and Scott Bain has to get down quick to face what was a quite powerful shot from the Sligo player. Some lovely football, to be quite honest. Ball sent in, defended and sent away from Celtic, but Sligo once again on the edge of the area. Send a ball in. It's back in the box, sends it across goal. Headed away by Luke McGowan. I said McGowan there by accident. My God, they're relentless, this. I can't turn away. What's going on? I've not got to look at your comments for 5 minutes. Sent in. We are struggling to keep the ball, lads. We are struggling to keep the ball. Here we go. Now Celtic in a counter-attack. Spearheaded by Luke McCowan. Luke McCowan's running at the Sligo defence. Slips it out wide to Luis Palma. Palma on the left. Cuts inside. A wee bit of trickery. And hits it right at the Sligo player. No surprise. Yeah, okay, that was a hectic 5 or so minutes. Anyway, right, a lot of people are asking me about Batchy. I don't know. I barely spoke to the guy. I'm assuming he's still breathing. I couldn't tell you. Surely that trialist between the sticks never wears a Celtic jersey again. He's pish. The Baniacs are out, man. Bain is now De Gea after his 2 saves. Skyven and Walk, what's the score? It's 2-1 to Sligo Rovers, Ricey. Let's see what else. Scott Bain making save. It's nonsense. Scott Bain needs to go. No one wants him. He's not going to go. He fills a perfect slot in for us, and being that third choice keeper. Do you ever realise, this? Listen, this is despite how shite he might be as a goalkeeper, right? Do you ever wonder why Scott Carson plays for Manchester City or Tom Heaton played for Manchester United up until late last season? Because a third choice keeper is just a lovely spot for one of your homegrown talents to tick off the quota, and if you can find somebody who's happy to do it and they're half decent, if they can at least make a save every now and then that's going to be that. But anyway, let's not get too bogged down about it. 2-1 Sligo is currently the score as we come up to the 27th minute of the game. Sligo been on top for the last 5 or 10 minutes, and they're going through again. Mike Nawrowski having quite a poor game, I must say. He's struggled. I know it's basically a training session, but he's looked sluggish. Oh, he's turned Bally inside out. Oh my goodness. Oh, Alex Bally having a nightmare against these League of Ireland wingers, must be said. Still 2-1. I want to get through more questions, but I feel like I've not been able to look away from the game, to be quite honest. Alex Bally, better defending from him that time, as he gets his head to sends out for another Sligo throw in, but they are around that final third and looking to try and find a third goal. Sligo. Oh, that's poor. That's not Alex Bally. It wasn't. Yeah, that's one of the young lads. Can't tell. Cameraman's on an ear or something. Here we go. Lenny Agberry moving forward. Somehow he's in that area of the park. Celtic send it in. Yang. Oh, goes out for a corner. It was good thinking from Yang to try and send the ball over first time, basically, but it was well defended from Sligo. And we'll send it out for a corner to us. Can we get anything from the homegrown talent as Bowles? Yes, as you know, I wouldn't say he's much of a talent myself. Gogsy wants to be on the Celtic Thunder, does he? I love Gogsy. What a guy. Bain conceded goals conceded this season 2. Schmeichel 11. Choice is clear to me. Corner sent in. No, absolutely nobody. Not one Celtic player near that ball, which is ridiculous. Nobody attacked that. They just stood and watched it. I guess, you know what? It's not the kind of game you want to risk a concussion, is it? But attack the ball, man. That's nice. That's nice from Bally to Turley. Francis Turley cutting inside. Too many bodies to get by, though, and Francis Turley just kind of runs into traffic. People asking what's the score. It's rolling along the bottom of the screen. 2-1 to Sligo. How's Davy Buick? He's absolutely great. He's good. Maybe not so much with how Dunfermline are playing right enough. As we come up, we're coming up to the half-hour mark. Is Toby homegrown? I don't think so. Might be over the next year. I don't know. I don't think he is, though, because obviously you can qualify at a point once you've been there. But I think he's maybe over the. Oh, I can't bother try to look it up. I don't think he is homegrown, though. Or do I think Stokes get the jail? I don't have an opinion on it, mate. Do I think that Fogden makes more ching than you, mate? If by ching you mean money, then absolutely, there's no question about it. I'd love to make the money that Fogden's on. Thanks very much. Do you know he's subscribed to this channel? Because you can check, like, if people have their subscriptions in public, you can see who's subscribed to you. And he's like, he's subscribed to me. Him and James Lawrence Alcott are like the 2 biggest channels that are subscribed to me. Which is, oh, and there's somebody else, I think. Can't remember now. But Fogden's there. Which is wild. It's been for years as well. It's been since like 2019, I think, he's been subscribed. I doubt he's ever watched a fucking video, but who knows? Maybe he's watching this right now. But he certainly makes more money than me. If Bain, Mackenzie's offering to pay the Scott Bain taxi, which is great. Opinions on Diddy. The bad man. Watch out for him. It was one of those days. One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life was when I was at Monday Night Raw, the night after WrestleMania in Philadelphia. And so basically, if you're a wrestling fan, you might know this. But basically, during the adverts on the TV, they do these segments to keep the crowd engaged. And they do this, they like, oh, put your signs in the air and we'll point out the best view, the best ones, blah, blah, blah. So they're going around the building and it's like, come on, John Cena, and like, Cody Rhodes finished the story, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, oh my God, they pan to one that said, watch out for Diddy. And Samantha, the ring announcer, starts reading it out. And it's fucking hilarious because everybody in the building just kind of goes, oh! And she is mortified. And everybody's just pissing themselves laughing. And it was phenomenal. Because this was just like a week or so after, I think, the whole stuff came out about him and all the rest of it. 500 live viewers, by the way. Thank you very much, everybody. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. The game has kind of slowed down a little bit as we just crossed the half-hour mark. Everybody's asking for updates. Adam's great, as far as I'm aware. I was speaking to him a few weeks ago. Love Adam. God, bloody hell, everybody's. Do you think that do you know what? I'll be completely honest with you all. I'm a quiet guy. I don't talk to anybody. I really don't. And people, I'm terrible for replying to messages. I don't like being on my phone that much. Like, I feel like I'm on it too much as it is to then be having conversations all the time. And I don't mean that in an ignorant way. I don't mean that in a I'm a too good for people way. Absolutely not. That's not the case. I just don't like being on my phone that much. So, yeah, I don't get catching up with everybody in the Scottish YouTube scene. And a lot of them I wouldn't want to, because I think a lot of them are wankers. So, put it that way. If that answers the question. Sligo nearly getting a third there. Corner was sent in and met with a towering header. And nearly burst the top corner of the net, but it just went over. And Celtic will now try and play it out from the back. Enough is enough. Rodgers out. Yep, absolutely. Let's sack him. Half time. Don't even give him the second half. Get rid of him. I loved TSF, to be fair. A reunion episode would be great, you know. And who knows? Maybe. Yeah. Every time I look up to 412, I'm like, you know, some people do need to get replied to. You know, there are people that I do need to reply to, or a specific person that I need to reply to, and that's that. They get my time. They get my attention. It's my mother. Let's see. God's sake. I'm reading one of the comments. I don't want to bring it up on screen, but I'm laughing at it. And if you know who you are, you know what one I'm laughing at. Do you have the pull to get Slaney on here for one night to talk hoops? Right, do you watch? I've got to reveal something. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Slaney asked to come on this fucking channel, and then he never followed me back. So if you're watching Slaney, I love you, by the way, mate. I love you, Slaney. Follow me back. Wait, so do you remember when I done the open goal fan thing? I can't remember what it was called, fan forum or whatnot. I wasn't expecting it, but Slaney came up to me, and what a guy, by the way. I don't know if I've ever spoken about this. Slaney's a lovely, lovely guy, and I know that some people might not like him because open goal or whatnot, but he's genuinely a really nice guy. And he sat and spoke to me for ages because it turns out he watched the channel. And he was like, "Oh, I love your chat. I'll stick you on, blah blah." And I was just sitting there like, "Cheers, thanks, I appreciate it." And he was like, "You need to get me on the podcast. I want to come on it." But it was like, "I want to come on the Celtic Thunder." And I was like, "Cool." I was like, "Great. Well, I'll have you on, Slaney. I'll happily views." And he was like, "We'll get it sorted, blah blah." And then at the end of the night, here we go, Sligo are through, one on one. Oh, by the way, Alex Barry. By the way, that is unreal. A minute's applause for Alex Barry, because Sligo were through 1-on-1, and it was really calm defending, really good defending from Alex Barry. But anyway, at the end of the night, I went up to him and I said, "Right, I'm away. I can't stay for long. Slaney, give us a message, and we'll get it sorted or whatnot." And he just never followed me back. But he's a busy guy. I don't blame him. I like the guy. It would be lovely to have him on if the podcast ever wants to come on. But it was nice to hear that he enjoys the channel and he knew who I was. Say it for the 118 Club, Ryan. Gifted a membership. What? Is that a thing? Look at Dylan handing it. I never knew that was a thing on YouTube. I thought it was on Twitch. So who gets it? Thank you, everybody. Give a thank you to Dylan. Everybody give a big thank you to Dylan for gifting a Ryan 118 membership. I don't know who he's gifted it to. I have no idea. But whoever received it, congratulations and thank Dylan for it. Dylan, what a legend, mate. Thank you very much. One question, we ever going to see your parents? Probably not. I always kind of thought to myself, oh, look at that, everybody's thanking Dylan. That's so cute. 35th minute, by the way, still 2-1 Sligo. They have a free kick, and we'll cover this and come back to the chat. We're having a good laugh here. 520 live viewers. I'm enjoying myself this evening, ladies and gents. Oh, flowing hard free kick. It was a pretty good strike, and I think Scott Bain does get a touch to that. Yep, he does. Really good free kick from Sligo. Was it on target? I don't know. I can't tell if it was on target, but Scott Bain did get a hand to it. He did send it out for a corner. I think it was on target. It's a really good free kick. Strong hand from Scott Bain, making up for those two headers earlier. People asking, would you ever see my parents? Probably not. I've always thought to myself that maybe at some point I might get my dad on and get him to talk about his experience following and supporting Celtic. And I always kind of wanted to do kind of a documentary, because my dad my dad's an older gentleman. My dad's in his late 70s. So he was around for Lisbon, and he was a good age. I think my dad was 19 or 20 when we went to Lisbon, and I've always wanted to kind of make a mini documentary about my dad's experience following Celtic. He went to every game bar the final. Well, he went to every game at Celtic Park, and I would like to maybe make a wee mini documentary on it or something. But I probably won't. Maybe, who knows? But probably not. They're definitely not cut out for being in a camera, they too. And the thought of them walking around Morrison's and getting recognised gives me the fear. To be quite honest. Right, I've got to catch up in the chat again. I wouldn't take Scott Bain at St Rock's. The St Rock's keeper's probably better. Oh, it's a penalty, surely. Palmer, get up, you clown. Lewis Palmer throws himself to the ground. It's a friendly, Lewis. Get a grip. Come on now. Get a grip of yourself, son. Use a tour of your room. I can't really do it right now because I have to take the camera off and it would blank out probably. Awata ripping it up at the Brum. Yeah, he is. Down at Birmingham. Fair play to him. Thank you to Ben CB for the donation. Just a quick shout out to people so far. Thank you to Dylan and Aaron who have now been members for a month. Thank you to Dylan for gifting a membership. I don't know who's got the gift. I have no idea, but if you've got it, then let yourself be known. And Ben CB3, can you make another worst XI from 2020 onwards? Maybe at the end of the season. But I don't think it would have changed much from the last time I've done it. I can't remember who was in it the last time I've done it, but Anyway, Sligo trying to go forward once more. Get a lot of just general talking points. I quite like that, to be fair. 2-1, 520 live viewers. Get Palmer sold. Utter embarrassment. I can't believe he's just dived in a fucking friendly, to be quite honest. Oh, come on. Yang's been taken out of the game, man. Gareth Robertson got it. Well done, Gareth. Congratulations, Gareth. Oh, Sligo again. Nat Phillips must make that. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, Nat Phillips and Shane Duffy would be the centre half, surely. And that maybe I'll revisit it at half. It feels like the point to make it would be halfway through the decade. So yeah, end of the season. 2025, innit? Maybe at the end of the season I'll do that. Why did they put Scott Bain on? He's been on since the start, and because he's the only first team keeper here at the minute. Because since Alan and Schmeichel are on international duty, simple as that. We spoke about this in the Thunder Club. If you're a Thunder Club member, you would have heard us ranting about this, and I'm going to rant about it again right now, not in as lengthy a fashion. Why should we never have got rid of Awata? He wasn't going to kick a ball. If Awata was still here, we would have seen him for 20 minutes max. Why? Why should we have kept him? I like him, and I think he's good, but he was never going to get in the team. And it's as simple as that. I don't mean to sound very stuck up on that about it, but it's just, there's no point in keeping players for the sake of it. Aaron saying my favourite music album. Probably the White Album by the Beatles. That's up there. It's a Beatles album anyway. Oh, thank you, Declan, for becoming a channel member with us this evening. It is much appreciated. Welcome yourself to the club, my man. We'll see you soon in the members-only live streams, hopefully. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you, man. God bless. I have, sadly. I can't. Do you know? I've got a theory about this, that all of this has been very cleverly planned by KSI. All these streamers shitting on him and all the rest of it, and this is exactly what he wanted, because his song has been heard by everybody on social media now because it's been getting slagged rotten, and he's acting like he's gone off his nut about it. And I don't think he is. I think he's loving it. I think he's loving every second of it. I think it's very strategic of him and very business-minded. And if it is, fair fucks to him. But I hate him. I can't stand him. Abbey Road is a great album, Aaron, to be fair. I love every Beatles album. But I'm a John Lennon guy, so the White Album really means a lot to me, to be honest. I got tickets for Billy Joel, which was great, because I'm looking forward to that. Can't wait to dance around Murrayfield to the River of Dreams like I'm a member of the Jungle Book. Should Celtic fund/promote the League of Ireland? I don't see why Celtic should fund the League of Ireland. No. Promote it? Once again, it's not really Celtic's job to promote a league that they're not in. So my answer would be no. I feel sorry for Palmer. We need to let him go in January, or at least put him on loan. Yeah. I agree. I don't know if I necessarily... I kind of feel sorry for him, but at the same time, it's his own fault. He's shite. Oh, Celtic have a shot. It's dipping, but it's saved. We've been pissed, by the way. We're absolutely pissed. If you're wondering where my great riveting commentary of Celtic is, You're probably not going to get it anytime soon because we've done bugger out. McCowan Moggs. What does Moggs mean? Is this your... What is Moggs? I'm scared, man. Am I becoming old? What the fuck does Moggs mean? Where is McCarthy? Oh, God, every stream. Let him go. Shot for... Oh, terrible shot from Barlow. Ken would be disappointed. Rubber Soul's a great album as well. Ryan ends the stream at 9 PM to watch Big Brother. Absolutely not. That's the last thing I'm watching. I'm going to finish the episode 9 of Star Wars later because I stuck that on because I've not seen it since it came out and I regret watching it, to be honest. Good album, by the way. Super Coon chat, but no Jamesy chat. Listen, I gave Jamesy flowers in my video yesterday. Oh, thank God. I say thank God like I knew he was good live. The slate. I like that, Declan. You know what, fair enough. Fair enough. You'll see plenty of it. Trust me. Today will go down as a morning. Well, we're coming up to the half-time mark, and I imagine we're going to see a lot of substitutes. I have no idea. I can't remember the bench off the top of my head, so I have no idea who the other keeper is on the bench, but they should probably get a run in the 45 following the half-time whistle. Oh, shoot! Oh. Lois do you know what? I'll give Palmei's credit for a couple of things in this game because he sent in a couple of decent balls that we could have done better with. I think, well, Yang was really unlucky because the Sligo keeper made a good save. He done everything right. He headed the ball low and hard, made it difficult for them to get to, and it was a good save. But there again, Palmer put in another good delivery, and yeah, you know, ball in, corner kick. Yeah, I understand the point you're coming from, Roderick. I just don't think it's Celtic's job to do that. I get where you're coming from, and I appreciate the sentiment of it, but Celtic shouldn't fund it, certainly. Listen, it doesn't bother me if they want to do it or not, but you know, our money's our money. When we get into some Football Manager, I was meant to do it on, what day was it? Friday or Saturday I was going to do it, and something came up. So, because there's no Thunder Club this week, I'm going to try and get on top of that this weekend. A little bit of Football Manager content for you because you've been promised it. It's just annoying that the new FM's not got a beta and it's been delayed to the end of November. It really kind of fucked up my plans. You know? Catch you, Scotland the Brave. It was nice having you. Still got a second half, ladies and gents. Coming up to the half-time mark now. I doubt there'll be much time added on. I'll be going to wait to get a wee... I've had Pepsi here this whole time. And I forgot. That's what happens when I don't play stuff right in front of me. We are coming up to the half-time mark. If you have tuned in late, if you've been wondering what has been happening in the game, well, Celtic took the lead through a Luis Palma goal. It was on the end of Yang's cross and he put it into the back of the net. He couldn't miss it, but we didn't hold the lead for very long because Sligo Rovers equalised through a chance that was spilled by Scott Bain into the back of the net, and then very quickly afterwards, after mounting pressure, they found themselves 2-1 up after a long-range effort somehow made its way past Scott Bain. Some blamed the bounce of the ball. I blame him being shite personally, but it means that Celtic will be 2-1 down going into the break as Luis Palma tries from range and it's kept and held by the Sligo keeper, and the referee blows his whistle to take us into half time. So that's that for the first half here in Sligo. Celtic haven't been great, but yeah, nonetheless, I will be back with you for the second half after I go and do the toilet and other things. So stay with me. Hopefully I'll see you. We'll continue on our fun conversation, having a laugh during this game. Yeah, I won't be long at all. See you in 10 or so minutes. Don't go anywhere. Well, go anywhere if you want, but if you do, please come back. Right. That needs to happen, and I'll... Hi guys. That was a pure Chris Jericho reference there, wasn't it? Hello, nice to see you. I'm back for the second half, which should be underway in the next 5 or so minutes. I have topped myself up with Pepsi, So I'm ready to go. So funnily enough, halftime conversation. Your halftime music is Howfin, Ryan. Listen, I don't have many options. If I put real music on, that's me. I lose all my money. So you get what you're given. So I was going to so we all know what's going on in Florida at the minute. Obviously, Hurricane Milton, which is forecasted to be one of the worst storms America's ever faced, especially in the last 100 years or so. Obviously, it looks devastating. People are evacuating and all the rest of it. They're really preparing for the worst. Two of my best mates are over in Orlando, which is fun. So they've been keeping us up to date. The Uber drivers are still working, even though everything's meant to be shut. And Orlando shouldn't be hit too bad. But it's obviously not nice if you look at what they're preparing for over in Florida. And I know there's a couple of people from Florida who watch this channel, so I hope everybody's okay. Looks horrendous. I want to get back over to the States very, very soon. Don't know where, don't know when, but I want to get over. Anyway, hello, welcome back. I'm so off topic, don't know why I told you that. Yeah, they happen quite frequently, but ones of this magnitude. And Celtic are making their way onto the park. Lovely stuff. Storm season, innit? So, yeah, second half is about to commence. Celtic are making their way onto the field, as are Sligo Rovers. Half time. Of course, Sligo Rovers find themselves in the lead right now after, I would go as far to say, outperforming Celtic. But, of course, it is a warm-up game. It's a warm-up session. It's a fucking friendly at the end of the day. And, yeah, most of the B team on the park and on the bench for Celtic. So, I don't know if Celtic have made any subs. I'm just listening in to the commentary to find it out. But I don't believe Celtic have made any changes. Yang still in the front three with Palma and Dobby. Yeah, I think it's still the same team for Celtic. I don't see any changes coming in for the for Celtic. Anyway, nonetheless, let's get back to see what the chat are saying about things. How am I, Ryan? That's just a stream. Nice to see you, Jimbo. I'm good. Nice to see you. I'm actually shattered. I'm not going to lie, and I've got to sit through this for another 45 minutes. So kick-off has happened. We're underway the second half. It's nice to see you, Jimbo, and I'm glad that you could make it. It's nice to see you. No, I've never been to Canada. I've only flown over it. That's about it. A Rangers fan celebrating. Lovely. How cold is it in Glasgow? Because it's freezing in Paisley. It's probably the same temperature-wise. I've only been outside once today, and it was about 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. So I don't know what it's like right now outside, but I'm guessing it's fucking freezing because it was quite cold earlier. When the wind, it was cold when the wind was up, but when the wind was when there was no wind, it wasn't too bad. Oh, look at that. Well, everybody say thank you to the Virtual Traveller who has gifted a Ryan 118 membership. Thank you very much to Virtual Traveller. I don't know who's been given said gift, and there's my light being turned off, which is fantastic. Can I get my light back, please? Can you turn my light back on, please? The light that you just turned off in the loft. Oh, well, the bulbs have died then. The bulbs have died. Up here. Leave it to now. I'm streaming. I'm doing stuff. Not that. See, you did turn that off, I tell you. You stupid looking git. Sorry, having a domestic with the old man there. Yes, second half of the way. Can we say thank you to the Virtual Traveller who has gifted a Ryan 118 membership. Thank you very much, Virtual Traveller. God bless you. I don't know who it's been gifted to, but nonetheless, shout out to my mate Josh. He is a member, but he's shy. Oh, shout out to Josh. Somebody actually asked yesterday on the channel. Oh, he's done it again. He's done it again. This is more entertaining the game that I'm watching, man. Oh. Brilliant. Another gift from the Virtual Traveller. He's gifted out 2 memberships. Virtual Traveller, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Absolute legend. Boy 67, is this one of the people who's been gifted a membership? I'm not entirely sure, but thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And it's nice having more channel members, so thank you. I do. I didn't even know you could gift until tonight, so thank you, Virtual Traveller, for the 2. That is really, really generous of you. Stop arguing with Pops Ryan, and can you recap the team that's playing, please? Yes, I can recap the team that's playing for you. We'll go. Oh wait, hold on. Celtic have a chance from the. Oh my lord. We'll get through the team for you. Just give me a moment till I get it up on my screen for you. Oh, ball in for Celtic. It was a decent opportunity, but just didn't quite happen for us. So the Celtic team that starts the second half, I believe, remains... Only one change, sorry. Yes, there has been a change. Alex Barry has went off. Robertson has made his way on the field. So the players that are on the field, and I'm just going in the order that Celtic are giving me because I can't be bothered trying to figure out who's playing in what position at this point in the game. Scott Bain, Lewis Palmer, Robertson, Yang, McCowan, Nawrowski, Agbert, Welsh, Bonner, Dobby and Turley. I believe that is the team. And as I said, the only change at half-time is Robertson on for Alex Barry. So there you go. Baldy Prick and Boy 67 got memberships. Well in, lads. And I did always here as well. You know, that's well deserved. Well done. And thank you, Virtual Traveller, once again for doing it. How do I become a member as I don't have a bank account? Well, first off, you probably need a bank account. Sadly. Yeah. If you ever get a bank account, then you can become a member. Or if you use somebody else's. But if you're a subscriber, that's good enough for me. What was for dinner night? It was a steak pie night. Apparently Bally injured. Is it now? Didn't look injured when he left the field. I hope that's not the case. But it would make sense as to why we went off half-time. If Bally is injured, it's time to recall the mighty Bernaby. Oh, good God, Lord Almighty, no. Hello, Quinny. It's nice to see you. Hello. Welcome yourself in. Everybody say hello to Quinny. What channel am I watching on? I'm watching on totallylegal.tv. That's what I'm watching on. Is Celtic winning? No, they're not. They're losing 2-1 as it's rolling along the bottom of the screen. Query saying, Robertson is good. Hope he shows it. Not a left back, though. What position is Palmer playing? I think he's attempting to play left wing. Oh, Barlow going from range there for Sligo Rovers. I think he's attempting to play left wing, Quinny. That's what my answer to that would be. Don't say Bernaby. According to Celtic TV commentators, he could be injured. Well, that's great. Fantastic when we don't have a guarantee that Taylor's going to be back. In the next game. The Broad in a trackie looks weird, it does. Nigel Farage in the chat. Well, I didn't see Nigel Farage. Where's Farage? Evening, Ryan. How's the B team holding up? Not great, to be honest. Some performers better than others, but generally, you know, pre-season. Oh, nice football. Look, McCowan slips inside young Francis Turley, whose shot was blocked. So I've got a really itchy nose. It always happens to me on stream that I get an itchy freaking nose. But really well worked there from Celtic to get into that inside channel, and then it was saved from the Sligo goalkeeper. Some of the better football that we've seen from Celtic in the game. And I must say, for a friendly game, I've not mentioned this once tonight, a great crowd in Sligo this evening. A mixture of Sligo fans and Celtic fans in the ground, and the atmosphere's not been quite there as you'd expect for a friendly game, but in terms of the crowd itself, they've turned up in their numbers, surrounding the pitch in the standing sections and filling out the seats as well. It's a real good crowd there in Sligo tonight, that must be said. I can't believe I'm still getting asked to score. It's rolling along the bottom of the screen, man. Will Celtic advance in UEFA in the Champions League? Hopefully. Listening to you during this game is the only thing keeping me from losing it, watching painting goals. Well, I'm glad that I can be of assistance. It must be said, Declan. I'm glad that I can do something to help. Greg Taylor injury could be longer than we think. Well, we'll wait and see what Brendan Rodgers says next week's Ayr United away vibes. It does. I was going to say that, Declan. It has a real Ayr United look to it, and especially with just that way how the kind of corner flag, there's a lot of people kind of standing. It does. It really does look like Somerset. Obviously Somerset has that really distinct railway end. Which obviously they've not got here at Sligo, but it's given me that sort of vibe as well. Absolutely. Nawrowski is playing. Barkas didn't die for this. Yep. Need to stop saying pre-season, 7 games into the season. Listen, I've been trying very, very hard tonight to call it a friendly and not a pre-season friendly. Anyway, I'll get back to the comments in a sec. Well, Quinny's saying Turley and Bonner have promised from what I've seen. Yeah, especially Turley. He heard great things about him. Of course, was gifted that new contract. So hopefully they can show something in the second half. Celtic do have a free kick though from the edge of the area. Luke McCowan and Lewis Palmer standing over it. It's going to be Palmer to hit it. Oh, and it's not a bad effort from Lewis Palmer as it just goes wide. He'll be gutted about that. I can tell Lewis Palmer, you can see it in his face, see it in his lips and his eyes. Lewis Palmer thought it was in the back of the net, and it was a really good free kick, to be fair to him. It just kind of drifts itself wide as it gets closer to the goal. It looks as though it's going in the whole way up until the last couple of seconds. So it's unlucky from Lewis Palmer. Definitely a good attempt. He's not sent it over the bar. How good are the opposition tonight? Is this benefit us or not? It's benefiting the B team, lads, and I think that's all. Listen, the way that I look at it is what I look at this game like is, usually in these international breaks we don't play friendlies at all. Usually it just doesn't happen, and we just go through the 2 weeks and we get on with it. This is just a bit of fun tonight. It's something for the Sligo fans to get along to. They're bringing Celtic into town, and it's giving the B team players a chance to play under Brendan Rodgers. It's beneficial for so many different reasons. We don't need to read into it. They don't normally happen. It is what it is. Thank you, Chris, for the kind words, and thank you for saying great commentary, because I feel like I've just been spouting absolutely nonsense. And thank you to Tartan Haggis, who says greetings from Melbourne and love the content. I'm appreciating the love tonight as Celtic try and move forward. Luke McCowan plays a lovely through ball into Yang, but is well defended from Sligo. Are we winning? No. The score is rolling along the bottom of the screen. We're not at home, so put the... have you been to Sligo or anywhere else? I've never been to Ireland. Nuts, I know. I was meant to go to Dublin, and we cancelled last minute. I've never been, and I just keep putting off going over because other things could pop up, and I really want to get over to Ireland. I really do, especially because historically it's where both sides of my family have come from. My mother's maiden name's MacArthur, big Irish family. My dad's side of the family, my dad's mother's side, they were Donnellys, and they were from Ireland. So I've always wanted to go over. Good ball in from Lewis Palmer again, defended well once more from Sligo. Do we have a decent free kick taker? We've not had a lot of free kicks recently, but David Turnbull was our best free kick taker for a long time, and he's no longer here. Hopefully, Alan Engels can maybe start scoring some soon. Jota obviously smacked in a couple, including the one at the Bernabeu. Hey Ryan, I think you should consider putting the score on the screen or something like that. You're at it, Declan. You're at it. Now people are just having a laugh with me. Ryan, maybe you should take a breath before you lose it. Maybe. Oh, Celtic have hit the bar. I think they've hit the bar anyway. I'm not entirely sure if they've hit the bar or if it just went over, but I think it's hit the bar there. I was getting too busy talking about the people in the chat taking the mickey out of me, and I think it was young Dobby, number 60, who attacked the ball really, really well, I must say. I think it may have been Palmer who sent the ball over. Let's have a look at the highlight here. Lewis Palmer who sent the ball in. No, it wasn't Palmer. Sorry, my bad. I think it was Robertson, actually. And it was a good header, just a little bit too much on it. And it doesn't go in for Celtic. Can anyone help? I can't become a channel member. I follow the link, but no link to join up. Thanks. It should be all there once you click the link. If not, maybe go off the stream and try it through a different video. But there's either a join button on the main channel that you can use, or the top line of the description. There's a link. Thank you for trying if you can't get it. Do members only live streams get uploaded to YouTube like non-member live streams? No, they well, yes, they get uploaded for members to watch if you don't get there live, but they don't get uploaded for everybody to see, just members. So essentially, when I do a live stream for members only, it's there to watch afterwards if you've missed it, if you are a member. Yes. Such a long way to Ireland. Oh yes, that 45-minute flight. Oh, that's a handball. That's a penalty to Celtic, surely that. I'm not having that. That was a handball, looked like it. Bring back Turnbull. No. Should consider a career in commentary, Ryan. Perhaps wrestling or something. Yes, Josh, I would love to be a wrestling commentator. Brendan went 18th May 1983. I went to watch Finn Hart's vs Celtic. I was 10 and I still remember it. Same here, Ryan. My surnames are McGrory and Flannery. There you go. A lot of us will share those things in common, being Celtic supporters. Maybe start a Celtic channel would be a good idea. Your scroll says it's half time. Thank you, Seb. I forgot to change that. There I'm moaning about people not reading it, and I've not even fixed it. Sligo Rovers looking to go forward, but defending from Mike Nawrowski was pretty good, pretty assured. Let's just change that second half. There we go. Sligo put a shot well over the bar. Next to the subscribe button, there should be join. Yes. Do Madrid have a legit chance to win the Champions League again? Of course. They do it every single year because they are unbelievable and filled with talent and managed by somebody like Carlo Ancelotti. Do you reckon you could swim that? Probably not. I'm a decent swimmer. I can swim in a 25, 50 metre length pool. I don't know about the length of Port Glasgow to Ireland. I'm not sure about that. Any current word on the camera cut of Vickers' stats for the Aberdeen match? No. Nothing yet apart from what has already been said. Brendan Rodgers will update us next Friday unless anything leaks before then, but I'm assuming next Friday is when we'll hear our next update. Is there any good money in the wrestling commentary game, Ryan? It's okay. I do it for the passion, mate. I do it for the passion. My guy's overwhelmed. I am. Look, McCown, possible captain if he breaks into the 11 properly. Never say never. Never say never, Mark. A long way to go till that. I mean, McGregor's still got that for another 5 years, that armband. You know? He's nowhere near done yet. So, yeah, there we go. I feel I've caught up in the chat. Sligo going into the hour mark 2-1 up. It's been a bit of a quiet second half. If you've just joined us and you've missed anything from the second half, Celtic have had a couple of opportunities, including one that glanced over the top of the bar. Sligo not so much with the chances in the second half compared to what they had in the first, but it's been a relatively quiet second half in comparison to the opening 45. A bit of a hold-up in the middle of the park here as Celtic look to try and move the ball quickly. Mike Nawrowski, just over the halfway line, looking to get Celtic back in play. Stephen Welsh will knock it outside. There's a lot of space that nobody's moving into, which is really irritating me. Lenny Agberry finally moves that ball into the space, but it doesn't lead to anything for Celtic. And you can tell how disjointed a team it is on the park because, you know, the things that we'd normally do, the movement that you would normally see just isn't happening. So we play a nice wee 1-2 sort of movement there. And, you know, for the two, nobody was there. Nobody was moving for it, you know. Thank you to Sean McLaughlin. I meant to say, so I watch a lot of Good Mythical Morning, if people know what that is, and one of the hosts, Rhett and Link, his second name is what I would say McLaughlin. I think all of us would, but he says his name is Rhett McLaughlin. So because I've been watching so much of them recently, I was about to say Sean McLaughlin. But Sean McLaughlin, thank you very much, mate, for the €5. Saying Sligo man myself. Great to see you streaming this. Thank you for the donation. It's very much appreciated, Sean. And thank you for tuning in. It's been a fun watch so far. I must say, Sligo have been impressive, especially in the opening 45. I was really impressed with some of the football that Sligo were playing, particularly the wee outside the football that I seen played from number 27, whose name I have forgotten now, but it was a great ball. But thank you, Sean. I appreciate it, and you know, a rare opportunity to be talking about Sligo on the channel. So, ball in from Celtic. Oh, two players having the chance to nod it towards the goal, but both of them missing it, not getting up to it, and it goes wide for a goal kick. Once again, thank you, Sean. What a channel it was back today. Still a great channel now. Still a great channel now. I think substitutions coming up for Celtic here, and I'm going to warn you ahead of time, don't expect me to know absolutely everything that's going on here because it's all B-team players on the bench, so players are coming on that I'm not familiar with. Still a great channel. It's my favourite channel. I'm part of the Mythical Society, man. And you know, you pay for Ryan 118 memberships. I pay for Good Mythical Morning memberships. Fucking love the guys, man. Let's see, any wrestling events planned next year, Ryan? Whenever they announce Elimination Chamber, I'll be getting tickets for that. Anyway, substitutions for Celtic. I have not been able to keep up with all three. I'm going to have to get this. I turned away and I missed who actually went off the park. Aaron asking, channel member Aaron Smith. Hello, Aaron, saying, how's Turley been? Quiet, I'd say. I think you know, it's not really been any standout performers for Celtic. McCowan's looked sharp again, but you know, in a game like this, you don't expect anybody to kind of steal the limelight or anything. He doesn't know how to pronounce his own name. Well, according to him, it's McLaughlin, right? But I want to meet him so I can tell him, mate, you're wrong. I don't know who's told you McLaughlin, because I think he said it was something else for a long time until he went to Ireland and somebody told him it was McLaughlin. I think that's how the story goes. Anyway, who fucking cares? Let people have a good stream. Thank you for tuning in, Michael. Start a Sligo channel. I think that would take time. I need to learn about them first. Let's get a few thoughts on chocolate milk. Not a fan. Not a chocolate milk man. Not a milk man. I only like milk in my tea and my cereal. I don't drink milk. Where's home? International J for the Norway under ones, is he? I don't know. It's a guess, really. Is it still one each? I'm going to kill somebody. Balikwisha was linked again. I have heard nothing about Balikwisha being linked again. So I think you might have been misled. Not going to lie. But who knows? Maybe something's happened in the last 15 minutes that I have not seen. McGowan and Bernardo for Aberdeen start need energy. I could agree with Bernardo, not necessarily McGowan, in a game like that where we need to play our best team. And I like Luke McGowan, but he's not in our best team at the minute. Ryan Johansson, man, thank you, Alan. Welsh and Navrovsky, that's your future centre-back pair to win the Champions League next season. This experience will be the catalyst becoming footballing super defenders. Absolutely, the Coatbridge Cannavaro, as they call him. When am I shaving my beard? Never. I have a wrestling trip planned myself at the end of the year, spending 2 weeks in Japan. Oh, wow, we'll be going to Wrestle Kingdom. That's nuts. I love that. I've never been to Japan. Probably, it's not one of the places that I've made it high in the list to go to. For wrestling purposes, it probably should be. But I love that, Sean. Absolutely love that. And enjoy it, mate. I want to get back over to the States for another PLE pay-per-view at some point. But money. So probably be a couple of years. But I love that, Sean. Just had a cocoa. A cocoa, yummy. Is it like Ned Flanders in the Simpsons movie? Because that's the only way that I can imagine ever having a hot cocoa. Favourite lager? Tennent's probably. I just love a Tennent's. I don't care. You've missed not much this second half, although Celtic are in the Sligo box. Luis Palma once again with a dipping ball. But there's nobody at the far side of the box for him to get on the end of that. Somebody said cracking question from Adam. Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, or Indian Pizza? Indian Pizza. Absolutely Indian Pizza. Or Pizza Hut after that. Although I want to get a Papa John's soon because I've not had a Papa John's in years and I kind of want to try one to see if it's changed any over here. You know, things go through like kind of recipe changes and stuff. Any rumours will be rubbish in October. I can remember us being like divided by on November 2019. I remember that. Oh my god. Yeah. Listen, I've not seen many rumours at all really, apart from that one that linked us with the young lad Ture, who's playing in Sweden, which I do believe there is actually something in, but nothing too deep, to be honest. And Luis Palma sends a cross straight into the Sligo keeper's hands. That's not happening again, is it, Alistair? I've not seen anything about it. And I don't want to. I'll lose my mind if I have to talk about it one more time. Ah, right, came from a Daily Mail. I think I remember he's commenting that actually, Mackenzie, but I don't remember seeing anything about it. I'll need to do my research and have a look, but I've seen nothing. Who's up front, Mr. Lineup? At this point in the game, it's Palma, Yang, and someone. But Dobby went off, and I've still not... Let me go over to the Celtic Twitter before I start answering more questions. It's been a really... If you're wondering why I'm not talking so much about the football on the park, it's because not much has happened in the second half, and what I have told you is all that's really happened. 3 more subs for Celtic in the 63rd minute. It was Bontig, McCardo and Isiguzo on for Agbert, Bonner and Dobby. So there is your substitutions. Dobby off, Bonner off, Agbert off for Bontig, McCardo and Isiguzo. So there you go. That's the subs that happened. I'm not a Sider fan. It gives me heartburn. Quinny's a Papa John's man. Where's Sorrow? God, Sorrow. That's how I feel every time I see him kick a fucking ball. Let's see. They ain't pizza. They are abominations. What ones? What ones are we talking about? I think this is the end of Palma's Celtic career, sadly. Well, you never know. Surprised Kyogo never played. Should we risk him in a game like this? Probably not. We've got bigger things to worry about than Sligo Rovers in a friendly. I mean that with all due respect to Sligo, but it's a fucking friendly. You know, if this was Sligo in the Champions League, yeah, I'd play Kyogo. It still is 2-1. Maida will start running when Sean's plane takes off to Japan and he'll be in the airport with a sign from when the plane lands. That is the kind of man that dies in his. Yeah, I think so as well. I feel really sorry for Kieran Tierney. And listen, I guess we'll never truly know how his body feels because we're not him. But I feel like he's at that point in his career as well now where it's going to be a struggle to get it back on track. And I don't say that wanting it to be the case. Obviously not. I love Kieran Tierney. And if he was fit, I'd have him back at Celtic every day of the week. But for now, I wouldn't take him back on the no guarantees of him being fit to play football. I know, Declan. I would be better. I've got a Sharpie up here somewhere. I've got a bingo pen. What the fuck have I got a bingo pen for? A bingo dabber. Look at that. Cares Den, it's number 10. Oh no, there is ink in it. Two little ducks, quack quack. Louise Palmer, shite, 7. Very quick breakdown. Worst best player Edward. Oh, good question. Right, so for people that might have tuned in late, I think the worst player, Bain, easily. Scott Bain's been the worst. Best player, I'd go Luke McCowan. Just played a lovely pass there for Yang, who tries to send in a terrible cross from Yang. Best player Luke McCowan, and pretty non-eventful this second half. First half, very intense from Sligo, pushed Celtic, and Scott Bain had 2 absolute howlers. There's your breakdown. Not much else to say other than that. He did follow up with a couple of good saves. A pizza supper at Chippy. Oh, that's a good shout, Alistair. KT links at Arsenal are open to loan in January. Yeah, I don't think it'll be to Celtic, and I don't think it should be to Celtic. What does, apart from nostalgia, what does Kieran Tierney what does he bring to Celtic at the minute without being fit? And this isn't obviously directed towards Jimmy Kens, this is just a general point, because people still, dream of him playing. And I think he will maybe come back to Celtic one day, but at this point in time, it's just nonsensical. Asda, I do like the Asda pizzas are a shout, by the way. I get them often. I get them often. KT is one of the biggest cases of lost potential I've ever seen, and sadly it's not even his own fault. Nail on the head, Declan. Nail on the head. Are we actually going to lose to Sligo Rovers? And if we do, so what? The B team are playing, man. Like, who cares? Does anybody in this stream tonight actually care if Celtic win or lose? I couldn't care if we won 10-0 or lost 10-0 this evening. It's the fucking B team and they're friendly in the middle of October, an international break. So yes, we probably are going to lose, but I don't care. Bounce game's going. We're talking about what kind of pizzas we like, spell the glove, so you can do the maths of how the game's going. Yang and Palmer are ranked rotten. Yeah, they're not given. Listen, I don't want to make it sound like I've got this, like, I'm out for Yang, because you all know I'm not a big Yang fan, and he kind of buried himself for me very early in his Celtic career. But even tonight, I've not been overly impressed. He got the assist for the Celtic goal, which was fair enough. I'll give him his credit for that, but I've not been overly impressed with his overall game. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. People talk about Andy Robertson. Maybe when he's like 35. Who knows? But not anytime soon. Hi Ryan, KT injury record would worry me. Yes, 100%. I want us to win every game, Ryan. It's simply not good enough. Who said that? Where is it? Adam. Yep, fair enough. Winning attitude, innit? Winning attitude. Yes, unacceptable result. Get the manager going and get Lenny in. I care, Ryan. I'm biting my nails at this must-win game. Language, please. No. English. No, Scots, actually. I speak Scots. I don't speak the King's tongue. That's gonna... Rangers fans will love that. It's a clip for them. You should do a fantasy Celtic 11. I think Celtic are one of those teams where it's... I don't think you can have a fantasy Celtic 11. Like, see if you're like an English Premier League team supporter, right? Like it's easy because you've got money and you can basically sign whoever you like. But I don't know who's half the players that say. I knew all of Arne Engels, right? But if, for example, I wouldn't have sat down in June and went, I'd really like that boy Arne Engels from Augsburg to play for us. I think Celtic is such a hard team to do a realistic fantasy 11 for. And also, I'm not going to sit there and go, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland and Rodrigo, because it's just not going to happen. It's not the B team. Half the team are first team players. Well, are they? Are they? I mean, Stephen Welsh is lucky he's not a B team player. Lewis Palmer is lucky he's still in a Celtic shirt. Mike Nawrowski's played about 3 times. And right now on the park, it quite literally is the B team, because the only players left in the first team in the park now are McCowan, Yang, Palmer, Welsh and Nawrowski, which is still nearly half, to be fair, Stephen. But still, I mean, if people actually care about losing tonight, it's... wind your neck, and that's all I can say. What happened to we don't care if we win, lose or draw? But we don't care if we win, lose or draw. Exactly. I think personally, I think we should start celebrating all of our losses. That's the ball in, punched away from the Sligo goalkeeper. We're still going at it. We're going for second helpings. Ball sent in, cleared away. It's what Figgy would have wanted. What's his name? The guy that sung the song. Wee Elgin. Did know clearly. He's been dead for years. Can't remember. Quinny saying, I recorded a video and all this stuff earlier today for full disclosure. With this Bally injury tonight, it's inevitable the left back saga returns. I fear that the left back saga never ends, to be quite honest, Quinny. I think that I'll be 90 years of... I'm not making it to 90. I fear I'll be 50 years of age and we're still looking for a first team left back that everybody's happy with. But aye. Palma, Yang and Welsh out, says Paul. Oof, a damning indictment. Welsh is 25. It's nuts that Welsh is 25 in January and he's still here. I've seen enough 10 Hag out. It's a random one. But I agree wholeheartedly. 10 Hag out, please. Welsh is the new Mikey Johnson. I always find it funny when people spell it like see seeing with a C because it looks like Mickey. Because obviously, like, Mikey's meant to be, but I'm not being nitpicky here. I'm not slagging your spelling, Charlie. Don't worry, but it just makes me laugh because it looks like Mickey Johnson. And it makes me think of Mickey Mouse. I was getting slated on Twitter for criticising Celtic for even having this game in the first place. Yeah, it's a bit of fun, man. Glenn Daly, thank you. I knew it was Glenn Daly. It was just... Do you know why it escaped my head? Because I was going to say, who sings Roman? No, I forgot his name as well. Who sings Roman in a Gloamin'? Roaming in the gloaming on the bonny banks of Clyde. Who sings it again? Who sings that? Harry Lauder. Harry Lauder. And I was confusing the two of them, Glenn Daly and Harry Lauder, and I didn't want to get it wrong. God, you'd be wondering why I'm people, but who's Harry Lauder? I'm an old soul, right? I know these people. I know your Glenn Dalys and your Harry Lauders. And I know your I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow tune. Shoot! Oh, go on, look! McCowan! Oh, it's off the line! Look, McCowan! Why am I celebrating a fucking goal in a friend? Well, an opportunity in a friend. I would have loved to have seen Luke McCowan score because I think he's been good tonight. And Luke McCowan came close, but the ball was cleared off the line. He done really well. I think McCowan's looked decent tonight. Look at that nice wee fake shot, takes it around, curls it, and then the Sligo player gets down and gets it off. Calling Palma, Bain, Yang and the rest first team players a bit of a stretch, closest than McGowan. I agree the game's pointless, not a single redeeming feature. Always cheery, Mark. Thought you were going to get yourself cancelled with Roman and the Gloamin'. No, because Roman and the Gloamin's an old folk song, man. Roman and the Gloamin' by the bonny banks of Clyde. Roman and the Gloamin' with a lassie by my side. And when the sun has gone to rest, that's where I love her best. I can't remember the rest of the words. I had it on in the car yesterday because it was in my old songs playlist. Lauder's Barn, Sucky Street, exactly. Harry Lauder was from Portobello, Edinburgh. There you go, there's a fact for you. I do know some, don't sing, Ryan. I'm a great singer, by the way. I mean, if you've seen me in the karaoke, you know it. Do you know Perry Como? Of course. Do you know any Perry Como's on? Hot agree, dogs agree. Good clearance off the line from Sligo. 15 minutes left in the game. And it's still 2-1 to Sligo Rovers. It has been a bit of a non-event in this second half. Sorry for the delay, Ryan. You got me in the mood to watch Corey. Hope it was good. My mum and dad were watching it as well. I could hear it in the stair. Let's see, what else we said? Ryan cancelled for hating on people's spelling. I'm a pernickety person, what can I say? What minute are we at? 75th, 15 minutes to play, and I don't think there's going to be much... Well, here, by the way, I say that, Sligo Rovers approach the final third, as they look to... Oh, good defending. Go on, get out, get out, get out. He's dancing round you, lads. What's going on here? The Celtic finally get a hold of it. Should enter Britain's Got Talent and get slaughtered by Kill. I reckon you'd like me. I'm telling you, if you've ever seen me in a karaoke, I'm telling you. Well, Ryan will be reciting Robbie Burns next. Funnily enough, in primary 7, I got made to... On Burns night, I got made to go up in front of the entire school and do the Ode to a Haggis. because I was a good reader, you know. I had to go up in the Rio to the haggis in front of the whole school at assembly and Burns Night. What's the other one? Oh, Sleek It, Wee Crafty Beastie, something. What the one about the mouse? To a mouse, is it called? I don't know. Favourite Corey moment, the Charm Crash. Absolutely the Charm Crash. What an episode. They were the days, man. They were the days. Was listening whilst driving home. Hopefully a couple of late goals, fuck's sake. Well, maybe. Apparently the Scotland games won't be shown on telly this weekend. Strange one. Good. Lucky us. Somebody wake me when it's over. Only 30 minutes to go back. Listen, you know, I used to be a choir boy, man. There's a fact you probably didn't know, but I was young. And I was in the Glasgow Schools choir. Best young singers in Glasgow, you know. That's not a lie, by the way, I actually was. We used to do concerts every 6 months at the concert halls. The BBC Orchestra Hall in Albion Street, Riverside Conleys, and that. There you go, there's a fun rhyme overnight fact for you. Good reader, they bothered to. I was a good reader. Get your rules at Roy Cropper. Hey, this has just turned into an absolute nonsense, this stream, isn't it? Which is good because oh, here we go. Celtic have a chance. Yang. Oh. I hate him. You know what? I've never liked Yang, and that's why. He's pish, man. Luke McCowan plays a lovely wee pass to him. Who said that? What St Dominic's? I was an altar boy in St Dominic's. No even joking. St Dominic's in Craig End. You're at it, Paul. No, is it the same? Is it the same one? No, not even joking. I genuinely was for like years, from like 9 years old to like 14. No way. Anyway, Yang missing. Oh my God, Paul, that's quality. Same. But Father Tom. No way. Ah, mate, I can't believe that. I mean, I don't know what age you are, Paul, so I don't know, like, but I was as well. I'm assuming you're not the same age as me, and I'd remember you. Anyway, Yang, back to Yang for a minute. Fucking hell. Luke McCowan, literally, yes, Father Tom McGill. What a guy. Great guy. Aye, oh my God, that is tremendous. Small world. I think of Famlock. St Mungo's was round the back of my house. Oh, that's nuts. Anyway, what a small world. What a live stream, eh? You're finding all the Ryan Moment secrets. Anyway, Yang. The amount of times I went, anyway, Yang. just absolutely terrible. Yeah. Ryan Mino Maestro says Ryan Yang was always pish. Even at Gang 1, fans didn't rate him. He could do a wee flick and a nutmeg, but he's utter shite when it actually matters. Yeah, I mean, I've not been a huge fan of Yang since he joined, and nuts, absolutely nuts. Oh well, madness, Paul. Jervis, now where you are. That's nuts. That's brilliant. Small world. You grew up on the fives in Tillycairn, just at the end of the road for me. I'm at the other end of Tillycairn. That's nuts. I'm doxing myself here. That is nuts. Go on, McCowan, son. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Look, McCowan's just missed a sitter as well. He had all the time in the world and he didn't want to take it on in his right foot, but it looks like he was determined to take it in his left, and aye. Look, son, come on, I was just slagging Yang. I can't double standard it. But yeah, here's Yang again, sends a ball in, cleared away. About 8 minutes left to play here in Sligo. It's been a fun time. I've enjoyed the stream at least, so that's the main thing. Ads are I know the ads are terrible. I can't do anything about them. One of my mates messaged me today and he was like, "Oh Ryan, you're a joke. A fucking 50-second advert in your tier list video." I'm like, I don't get to pick the adverts. I don't get to. So I'm sorry, Adam. I'm sorry. They'll probably never be right well with 8 merch, sadly, and just don't see it. Let's see what else. For God's sake, because that Dylan's been in here saying 7-1 for a good fucking 10 minutes. Get your hole, Dylan, son. See you later. Palma's too good for Celtic. What Celtic are we talking about here? Eight minutes to go. Celtic have the ball, sending it into the box. Can we get the end of it? Shoot McCowan, son. Blocked from a Sligo player. Like McCowan was relentless there. He was adamant that he wasn't giving up. Well, here we go. I'm doing something, Dad. Just, for Pete's sake, man. Cheers. I told you not to shout at me. Well, I'm watching the game. What a disaster their stream this has turned out to be. My dad gave me tea. He thought I wanted tea. Well, damn streaming. Told you 2 years ago I was streaming. That was 2 years ago. How long do you think a game of football lasts? Wee blipper one for you. That's a behind the scenes. Yes, I am. Are you in the act? Yep. Could you not tell with the shape of the roof? This is I'm not ungrateful. I appreciate it always. You'll get a thank you when I get off the stream. I've got to keep up the character of being a cunt. But yeah, I'm in the loft. When I moved back in here, so basically, essentially what happened was a wee bit of Ryan moaning at your dad, didn't you? Good done. Bane makes a save. Nah, I appreciate it. The big man will be getting his thanks, so I go down later. But what I was going to say was, so basically, if you remember, obviously I moved out and I was living with David at TSF, and we were living in Denison. And when I was moving back, I was like, shit. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do about YouTube in the studio or whatever. My mother and father knew how difficult it was going to be, so I was like looking at maybe moving out again somewhere else, and they were like, listen, until you can afford it, whatever, we'll renovate the loft. So they renovated the loft, they got it done, and turned into a wee studio for me. So that's why I've been doing that in here. Simple as that. Did Mrs. bring your tea? So I appreciate the hell out of them, man. Because if it wasn't for them, I don't know what I would have done with YouTube moving back in here for the time being. Because you know what the housing market's like. It's so fucking difficult to get in the housing ladder. And I don't want to rent again. I just don't want to do it. I can't bring myself to rent again. I'd rather get a mortgage or whatever. But saving up for that, you know. Because renting is just, I hated it. That's not against, plenty of people rent, and I get it, if you've got to, I've done it. And I just hate the idea of paying somebody else's, putting money in somebody's pocket. I hate it. My God, the place is still like Chernobyl. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, Garfam. Look, it's been done. It's all the new houses now. Yeah, but that's essentially it, Belfast boy. I don't want to do it again. I'd rather buy. I don't want to rent again. I look back on renting. I was in Denison for nearly 2 full years. I think it was just short of 2 full years, and I just when I moved back out of it, when I moved out of Denison, I was so devastated with the amount of money that I put. The amount of money that I spent to then just leave it. I was paying out of. I'm not even going to say how much I was paying for rent. And then when I moved out, I was like, holy shit, the amount of money that I have given these landlords is unbelievable. And I just never want to do it again. So that's why I'm here. It's like, you never listen to it. If I have to give advice to anybody watching this stream, and I'm not in any place to give anybody advice, as we approach the 87th minute, by the way, this has turned into a really weird stream. But if you are ever if you're my age or younger than me, I'm 24. Don't feel pressured by people saying, like, you still live with your man, your dad. Stay with him as long as you fucking want. As long as you can. I'm telling you. If they're happy to have you and you're comfortable and you don't want to leave, don't. Because as many people are saying in here, as Marcus said, as people, I've seen plenty of comments, people saying, renting's a scam and all the rest of it. Honestly, stay with your man, dad, as long as you can. Don't let anybody judge you. If you're saving money, save up. Because I would never do it again. Moved out my mum's at the age of 20, got a steal of a place for $350 a month, never found anywhere else cheaper than I'm 25. If you find something good, obviously, as well, $350 is good for, depending where you are and what you're doing. I was paying more than $350. A lot more than $350 a month. And that's why I hated it. And that's why I wouldn't recommend doing it. Do you know what? I give you that, Josh. I'm an only child. It's probably a lot easier for somebody like me. Listen, it's circumstantial, isn't it? It's not going to work for everybody. It's just my personal opinion and what I done, and what I would do differently. The only reason that I moved out in the first place was because COVID rocked up, and I felt like I was going to suffer just being in here myself. So when David and my other friend Cameron came to me and said, do you want to move in with us, I was like, this could be good, because COVID, I'll be going demented. And it just seemed like a good opportunity at the time, and I did enjoy it, but at the end I was like, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I do that? So in the next couple of years, hopefully I can afford to get a mortgage or something. But anyway, nonetheless, we got very in deep there. I didn't expect. It was all because my dad brought me tea. Celtic going forward, they're expecting something to happen. Here in the 89th minute of the game, Luis Palma sends a ball into the box. It's bouncing about. It's been picked up as a shot and it's blocked. As it's recovered, Stephen Welsh sends it back out wide. We're looking to find that late equaliser here in Sligo to spoil their party. And it's a ball that's been clipped over and met by Luis Palma in the 89th minute. Luis Palma has found the equaliser for Celtic to make sure that we don't leave Ireland tonight sad, that we leave Ireland tonight with the draw. It's a point. We're still unbeaten. Wow, good finish from Palma, it must be said. But in the 89th minute, Celtic have found their equaliser. It was good build-up play from Celtic after recovering a loose ball. Yang clipped it inside to... It was a lovely ball sent over. I don't think it was McCowan. Can't tell who it was. It was Luis Palma who was on the end of it though, and that's what matters most. And Luis Palma finds himself with a brace today. 2 easy goals for him, 2 tap-ins. He should have taken the tap off and ran into the crowd. That's what he should have done. That's what he should have done. Anyway, as we roll up to the final whistle, as we roll up to full time, Sligo 2, Celtic 2. The 90th minute has been hit. Will there be any time added on to the game? I don't know, but they're letting Sligo take a corner right up to the end here. So Sligo probably with the last chance of the game. I'm assuming that it's going to be misfired, and as the corner goes out for a goal kick, and he's not blowing the whistle yet, the referee. He's still letting play go on. There was no word of any added time, but right now the full-time whistle hasn't gone yet. People asking if it goes to penalties, but I'm not entirely sure if it does or not. Stephen Welsh, look at that. Coatbridge Cannavaro, he's chopping inside and out. Coming up for the 91st minute, Celtic going forward. Oh, by the way, cleared away from Sligo Rovers. Just waiting for that referee's full-time whistle to go. And I don't know if it is going to... I didn't see a board held up for extra time. I didn't see anything being said. Just turned around and seen the chat. I didn't see nothing. Okay, we didn't see the chat. Stephen Welsh plays a ball forward. It's knocked outside. Yang manages to bring it down. He has got support with him, Yang, but he's going to move it inside. Oh, a nice football. Yang across. And it's unbelievable. It's to the back of the net. It's 3-2 Celtic. Palma gets a hat-trick. What's going on here? Celtic were 2-1 down in the 90th minute, essentially. And they've went on to win the game 3-2. They were 2-1 down in the 88th minute. And Celtic have gone on to score 2 goals in the 89th and 92nd minute to win the game. Luis Palma makes it 3-2 to Celtic. They've stole it at the very end. And Luis Palma will be uploading to Instagram tonight. I'll tell you that. He'll be happy. He'll be dancing on TikTok later on. Samba hips himself. 3 tap-ins. Yeah, if he'd done that in the league, oh, what an opinion we'd have of him if he could move into areas like that in the league. Celtic 3-2 up. Yang on 2 assists as well. And a free kick to Sligo in the 93rd minute, as they look to maybe fire one in for one last chance. The Sligo boys will be absolutely devastated. The players, they were coming so close to a big win over Celtic, but Luis Palma had something else to say about it. Luis Palma done the classic Hulk Hogan. That doesn't work for me, brother. And one last chance maybe here for Sligo as they send the ball into the box. Good cross. Just couldn't get over the header there. And it's full time in Sligo. Sligo Rovers 2, Celtic 3. That's your full time score, ladies and gentlemen. They were 2-1 down, approaching the 90th minute, Celtic. And with 2 Luis Palma goals late in the game, they have managed to win. They've managed to take home a 3-2 win. Oh my lordy lord. Luis Palma, a hat-trick, ladies and gentlemen. Yang with 2 assists. It has turned out to be a fun evening for the Celtic B team. Still a brutal watch, I would say, but wow. A win for Celtic nonetheless. A sip of tea will do me out. There you go, lads. What do you make of that? This evening, you know what? I don't necessarily. Listen, it was quite a boring watch tonight, in terms. And yes, you'll be like, why are you so low down? It's because I'm slumped. And you're welcome, Helen. Thank you for joining me. Yes, go on the Jitto. I'll obviously be wrapping things up in the next couple of minutes. But you know what? Honestly, I would love them to do a friendly like that every single international break. From a content point of view, absolutely. From a content point of view, it would be great. But you know, Sligo gave us a challenge tonight. It wasn't the most exciting game in the world, and we were very close to walking away with Sligo being the winners. But listen. You know, Luis Palma, he is inevitable. He scored a hat-trick. He gets 2 goals very late on. So that is that for this evening. We're approaching the 2-hour mark. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in with me and joining in what was a range of different conversations tonight. We covered everything from Stephen Welsh to bloody renting your own house. We've been in everything that we could have been. We've talked about being choir boys, altar servers and everything else. Yeah, thank you. I have appreciated your company. I would just like to, before we go off the air, thank you to everybody who donated tonight and became a channel member as well. So Dylan, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you to Ben for a donation, Declan for becoming a new member, Virtual Traveller for gifting 2 Ryan 118 memberships, and to Sean McLaughlin as well, who donated €5. But that's it for me tonight. We'll be back on the channel tomorrow to talk about whatever is in the news or whatever I have planned. I can't remember what it is now. So thank you. I appreciate all the good words, and hopefully we get another friendly soon to do another watch along, because that was fun. Anyway, cheerio. I'll see you all next time.